All right. So let's start trying this. Never mind, Nikini. Never mind, Puta. Only thing, neither matter. Question, no, what get luck nalamai, right? Only thing, what I need you to do is to try that thing, right? HRI window, right? Okay, don't worry, Nikini, don't worry. Right, so here it comes, the very first question. Now, when you are having this type of question in your exam paper, there are certain things that you have to go through, right? Now, I'm not saying you the question will be something very similar to this. It will be in this manner, right? I have given the facts which is needed to do the calculation in a very straightforward manner. In your question, there will be some differences or some explanation which is trying to elaborate these points, right? So you should be keen enough to find out the facts, right? That's all you need to do, right? Okay, so the very first question, it says a bit addressable logical memory has an address of 40 bits. It uses 15 bits for page number. Find the followings, right? So it's better I put a full stop after this particular place, after like 15 bit for page number. Then it's better I say find the followings, right? So what are the important facts in here? This is called bit addressable, right? And then it says the address has 40 bits. So that means the entire address has 40 bits. It's a logical memory. And 15 bits per the page number. Now, since this is a logical memory, the first thing that you need to do is to have a particular sketch regarding this memory, right? A small sketch. Since this is a logical memory, we know there is page number and offset, right? Then you mark the details which is given in the question. So it says a 40-bit address. So the entire size is 40 bits, right? Now here, this bit does not indicate a capacity, people. Remember, these bits indicate ones and zeros, right? Api bit byte කියලා කතා කරන capacity එක නෙවෙයි මෙතන 40 bits කියලා කියන්නේ. 40 bits means in here how many number of ones and zeros, right? It is not indicating any capacity. When it comes to the page size and the memory capacities, then it is talking about a capacity, right? Okay, so page number, they say it is having 15 bits, right? So for the offset, it is very easy for us to calculate how many for the offset. It is 40 minus 15 because total one is 40. So the value is 25. Right, so you may have this kind of a sketch, right? So derive karagana puluwan ewa etanadima derive karagana. So I have derived how many number of bits are there in the offset, right? So now I am out Nirvana.
So frame number offset kila neda ganne.
Oh, physical address එකක් වුණොත් තියෙන්නේ frame number and offset කියන.
හරි.
Logical වුණොත් තමයි page number and offset තියෙන්නේ. Right?
හරි.
Okay, so here in the part A, they are asking number of bits used to represent offset. So it's very easy. We have done it already. So the answer is 40 minus 15 equals 25. Right? It is number of bits that they are asking. Right? So it does not going to take any unit. I'm sorry, any unit, since it is not a capacity. Then number of pages, again number of pages. Then potaka number of pages, however, we only says is 80 or 40 or 120 or something. So it doesn't have any unit, right? Pote bara hogot tamai, we go for a particular unit. So number of pages, when you are finding the number of pages, in your equations, you need what? This second equation, the first equation, number of pages equals to 2 to the power number of page number bits. Right? So we know number of page number bits now. Page number bits are 15. Right? So how we are going to give the answer for the part B? This is question number 1, part B. So number of pages are going to be 2 to the power 15. It's 2 to the power number of page bits in the this particular page number, right? And since 2 to the power 15 is a big number, you don't need to solve it out, right? Last week, 2 to the power 13 solve don't go to convert this into a decimal value. Just keep it as it is, 2 to the power 15, right? So for part C, it is asking page size in megabytes. Now that clearly says you give me the answer from megabytes. So that means you have to work with bits and bytes. Now you have to be very careful with your calculation, right? So to find the page size, what is the equation that you are going to use? It is the second equation. Page size equals 2 to the power number of offset bits. So we know that the offset is having 25 bits over here. So if we take it as a 2 to the power, it's going to give us the size of the page, right? So size of the page or the page size. So we can take it as 2 to the power 25. Now this must have a unit. It's a size that they are asking, right? So how we are going to find out what's the unit? Initially, this particular answer is going to get. It is from this addressing mode. If it says bit addressable, your answers are going to give as bits. So we have 2 to the power 25 bits as a page size. But the answer is asking what is the size in megabytes? Right, so we are going to do the calculation to show how 2 to the power 25 bits converted into the megabytes. Hold on. Why? What's happened, Susu? Okay, so how we are going to do that? Sorry for the disturbance, people. So it's 2 to the power 25 bits are going to be converted into the megabytes. So for this conversion, I'll give you a certain chart for you to refer, right? So what we are doing is like we are converting bits into the MB. So we write the journey. So bits become bytes. Bytes become kilobytes. Kilobytes is going to become megabytes. How we are going to do that conversion? 2 to the power 25 will be taken over here. And for each and every conversion, we have a 2 to the power, right? From bytes to bits to byte, it's 2 to the power minus 3. To convert from byte to kilobyte, it's 2 to the power minus 10. To convert from kilobytes to megabyte, it's 2 to the power another minus 10, which gives us the answer as 2 to the power 25 into 2 to the power minus 23, which gives you as 2 to the power 2. Now this comes from MBs, so this comes as MBs. So 4 MB is the final answer. Right, so that is the answer for the part C, right? And in part D, it says maximum logical memory capacity. Now, if you look into your equations, you won't be able to see something called maximum logical memory capacity, right? So maximum logical memory capacity means logical address space. right? So it's better you mention that, right? Logical address space is given several different names. Maximum memory capacity, it can say. Maximum logical memory capacity, right? Total logical memory capacity. Total memory capacity. Anyway, it's going to indicate what's the total capacity of it. So how we are going to find the total capacity? By taking the total number of bits in the address. So total number of bits are given for us, like saying 40 bits. And the answer is asking in gigabytes, right? So for part D, I'm going to say, it says maximum logical memory capacity. So maximum logical memory capacity. I write it in short form since I do not have much room. I can take it as 2 to the power 40 Nirman 2 to the power 40 unit becomes as bits. Why? Because the memory is bit addressable. Oh, Nirman.
Sir, මේ page size in MB කියන එකට ගන්න අපේ offset ගන්න නේද? Offset bits ගන්න නේද?
Oh.
හරි සර් ඒක අහගන්න කතා කරා.
right, okay. මේ මෙතන equation ටිකෙන් තියෙන්නේ ඒ කතාව නිර්මාණ. ඔය රතු පාට කොටුව ඇතුලේ තියෙන page size එක හොයන විදිහ.
හරි සර්.
Number of pages හොයන විදිහ, right? එතනින් තියෙන්නේ. Right, so 2 to the power 40 bits, but the answer is asking in gigabytes, right? So to convert bits into the gigabytes, again, we are using the same way, right? So we take 2 to the power 40 bits, now going to convert into gigabytes. So the journey is a little bit longer. Bits become bytes, bytes become kilobytes, kilobytes become megabytes, and megabytes will become gigabytes, right? So we take 2 to the power 40 over here. Bits to bytes conversion, take 2 to the power minus 3. Bytes to kilobyte conversion will take 2 to the power minus 10. Kilobytes to megabyte, again taking 2 to the power minus 10. Megabytes to gigabyte, again taking 2 to the power minus 10, which gives us 2 to the power 40 into 2 to the power minus 32. This is in gigabytes. So this means 2 to the power 8. Am I correct? I'm sorry, my calculation is wrong. This should be 2 to the power
33
minus 33, yes. So this says 2 to the power 7 gigabytes, which means 128 gigabytes, right? So that's how we are going to say the answer for the fourth part. And the very last one is asking what is the address range, and we get to know about writing the address range. As I remember, here I have shown you how to write the address range as well, right? First address to last address that we are going to write. So the first address is 0 anyway. Last address means you are taking the number of bits in the memory address. So it is taken as 2 to the power total number. Then from that answer, you are going to reduce the 1, right? So the address range is going to be 0 to, here the address contains 40 bits totally. Sampurna address එකේ bit 40ක් තියෙනවා. So the last address, this is the first address 0. Last address is going to be 2 to the power 40 minus 1. This is going to be the very last address. Okay, so people, here's the calculation for the very first question. So you better go through the things that you have done. If you got anything wrong, please correct the mistakes. If you are not clear with something, please ask. then I will clear those things to you again.
-1 ගත්තේයි මේ 0 0 to 2
-1 ගන්න හේතුව නිර්මාණ අපි ගිය සතියේ කතා කරා. දැන් මෙහෙම bit 3ක් තිබ්බොත් අපිට ගන්න පුළුවන් පොඩි මාගේ බිංදු 3ක් නේ. ඒ කියන්නේ බිංදුව. ලොකු මාගේ වෙන්නේ 7. right? ඒව 3ක් දැම්ම මේකෙන් හැදෙන binary value එකට අදාළ decimal value එක වෙන්නේ 7 නේ. place values 1 2 4 තියෙනකොට. ඒතර මේ 7 ලියන්න පුළුවන් අපිට 2 3 වෙනි බලය අඩු කිරීම 1 කියලා. මේ 3 කියන එක නා එන්නේ මෙතන මේ bits ගාන කීයද කියන එක. මේ කොටු කීයක් තියෙනවද කියන එක.
හරි.
right? ඒතර ඒක තමයි අපි මෙතන කරේ. අපේ address එකේ දැන් කොටු 40ක් තියෙනවා. 2 40න් එකක් අඩු කරලා.
හරි.
right? Okay, write this down and people who have not tried the second one, I'll give you 5 minutes, right? Write this down and I'll give you 5 minutes to try that out. So altogether, I'll give you 10 minutes to complete entire thing. So I'm going to talk the second question by 12:07, right? Over there.
Sir, මේ අන්තිම ප්‍රශ්නේ සර් ඇඩ්‍රස් රේන්ජ් එකට සර් මේ bit ද byte ද කියලා දාන්න ඕනේ නැද්ද?
ඕනේ නැහැ පුතේ. ඇඩ්‍රස් එකක් නේ එන්නේ. ඇඩ්‍රස් එක අපි bits bytes වලින් එන්නේ නැහැ. එක්ක අපි binary වලින් පෙන්නනවා. zeros ම පේලියක් ලියලා එකේ ඒවම පේලියක් ලියලා zeros ම පේලියේ සිට එකේ ඒවා පේලිය කියන තැනට පෙන්නනවා. එහෙම නැත්නම් decimal value එකෙන් පෙන්නනවා මේ විදිහට.
Okay sir, thank you sir.
Right, okay. All right, try the second one, people. We are going to talk about it by 12:07. And if anyone who has complete the things, please send it to me. I think I remember like Sachintani, Lalindi, and the Divyangana, right? I don't remember the name correctly. Natani eduwala tundena mata evala tibuna. Tawaya evwana poddak mata indicate karana. So I'll go through and send the answers, right? Check the answers, right?
සර් මේ දෙවෙනි එක byte addressable එකක් නේ.
Oh.
ඒතකොට සර් මේ bits ගාන අහන්නේ bytes ගාන නෙමෙයි දාන්න ඕනේ මේ number of bytes used to represent offset කියලා.
ඔව්. එතකොට ඔය bits ගාන අහන්නේ නිර්මාණ මම අර මුලින්ම කතා කරේ ඔය address එක ගැන කියනකොට address එකේ තියෙන එක බිංදු ගානට අපි bits කියන වචනේ පාවිච්චි කරනවා කියලා. ඒක capacity එකක් නෙවෙයි අහන්නේ. number of bits used in represent offset කියන්නේ offset එක ඇතුලේ එක බිංදු කීයක් තියෙනවද?
එතකොට byte මේ එතකොට ඒක උත්තරේට bytes කියලා ගත්තර කමක් නැහැ නේ.
උත්තරේට bytes වත් bits වත් දෙන්න එපා. ඉලක්කම විතරක් දෙන්න.
හරි සර්.
right?
සර්
ඔව් නිර්මාණ.
සර් ඒතර දැන් අර memory conversion එක හදලා තියෙනවනේ kilobyte වලින්. එතකොට byte ඉඳන් නේද convert කරන්න ඕනේ bit ඉඳන් නෙමෙයිනේ.
byte ඉඳන්. ඒ දැන් ඔයාලට capacity එන්නේ byte නේ.
ඔව් සර්.
එතකොට ඒක නිසා byte වලින් ඉඳන් තමයි convert කරන්නේ.
හරි.
හරි. ඒ chart එක ඔයාගාව තියෙනව නේද? අපි note එක ලියනකොට chart එක ලියුවා මට මතක විදියට.
සර් ගියේ සතියේ මම මේ recording එක refer කරන්නේ මම අද refer කරන්න සර් ඒක.
අපි කලින් lesson එකේදී අපේ 22 එකේදී ලියාගත්ත එක ඇති මං හිතන්නේ.
ඒක ඇති සර්.
එතන බලන්න.
නෑ අවුලන්නේ මට මතකයි ඒක.
right. එහෙනම් අවුලන්නේ. No problem. Lamai, can I have the confirmation from all of you whether it is clear to you or not? Just send me a chat message, that will be enough. Right, great. Lalindi, what's the point? Can in which part do? Is it from the first part, from the beginning, or like is it at the middle? Yeah, Lalindi, in the third one, now as I remember, you convert the 16 kilobytes into the bytes, dual. It's not to the bytes that you need to convert, it's to the bits that you need to convert, because it says bit addressable, no? So then 16 kilobit තියාගෙන 16 ව 2 to the power කෙනෙක් විදිහට ගත්තොත් ඔයාට මේ address එකේ තියෙන දැන් ඔය page size එකනේ අපි අතන frame size එකෙන් දීලා තියෙන්නේ. frame number එකේ තියෙන bits ගාන you won't be getting to clearly. Then now if you consider the C part, which I have done on the screen, I have taken the page size as 2 to the power 25 bits. When I'm getting that answer, my unit is either from bits or from bytes. So you can think it reversely with a bigger unit. So according to the addressing mode, you have to think it either in the bits or in the bytes. That's what I was telling. Is that clear? Right, all right. Nirman මේ දෙවෙනි එක නේද? Right, okay. Yes. හරි, පළවෙනි එක හරි, දෙවෙනි එක හරි. Hold on. Yes, number of bits, correct. Number of frames, correct. Yeah, page size. Frame size. Yes. නිර්මාණ ඔයා frame size එක හොයනකොට frame size equal 2 to the power කීයයි කියලාද කියලා තියෙන්නේ?
13 කියලා ගත්තේ.
දැන් frame size එකට අදාළ equation එක දිහා චුට්ටක් බලන්න. frame size එකේ තියෙන equation එක තමයි 2 to the power offset bits.
හරි සර් ඒක හදන්න.
හරි.
මම දැන්
හදලා ඔව්. fourth part එක හරි 2 to the power 0 කියන්නේ පුතා 0 නෙවෙයි 1.
හරි එතකොට 1 GB කියලා එන්න ගන්න.
ඔව් 1 GB කියලා එන්න ඕනේ එතනට.
හරි. එතකොට තුන්වෙනි එකට එන්නේ 128 kilobytes නේද?
කොබලම්. yes yes.
හරි ඒක හදන්නේ තව කොතනද අඩුවක් තියෙන්නේ කියන්නේ?
අනිත් ටික හරි. අනිත් ටික හරියටම හරි.
ඊට ඉතුරු ටික හදාගෙන යන්න දිගට.
හදාගෙන yes yes 3ට යන්න 3න් 4ට යන්න දිගටම යන්න දැන් කරගෙන යත හැකියි. Yeah, how about the others? Are you still doing the second one or do you need more time or can we discuss it? Anyone who needs time to do the second one? Anyone? Okay, that's pretty good. So let's discuss the second one. Now, in the second one, we are talking about a byte addressable physical memory, which has 30 bits in the address. So important facts this is a byte addressable physical memory. Address of 30 bits, 13 bits for the frame number. Right, so let's do our sketch. So how the sketch is going to go, we are having a physical address frame number. It says it has 13 bits. The entire address has 30 bits, right? And offset, we can easily calculate that 30 minus 13, which is equal to 17. So the very first answer that they are asking is the number of bits used to represent offset. So we have done it here easily. 30 minus 17. I'm sorry, 30 minus 13 will give you 17. That means we can have 17 ones and zeros inside this. Then number of frames. Now, number of frames, how we are going to calculate that? To calculate the number of frames, we need the equations in the blue square because it is the one which explaining the physical memory. So number of frames equals what? 2 to the power number of frame bits. Right? It illustrates here. So 2 to the power number of frame bits means how many frame bits are there? There are 13 frame bits. So the number of frames are going to be 2 to the power 13. Right? So number of frames, we can say it equals to 2 to the power 13. 2 to the power 13 means what? 2 to the power 10 is 1024, 11 is 2048, 12 is 8096, 13 is 16,192. Right, so this much of frames are there in the physical memory. Then for the third one, they ask part C, they ask frame size in kilobytes. So part C, frame size equals what? 2 to the power offset bits, right? So that means 2 to the power 17. Since it is the byte addressable one, my answer comes as byte. So they are asking the frame size in what? Kilobytes. So I have to say, I have to convert 2 to the power 17 bytes into kilobytes. So it's a direct conversion. right? So that means 2 to the power 17 into 2 to the power minus 10 kilobytes. That means 2 to the power 7. That means 128 kilobytes. Right? So part D, it is asking again maximum physical memory capacity in gigabytes. So like maximum memory capacity, I went it with the short forms, equals 2 to the power total bits, right? So that means 2 to the power 30. Address has 30 of total bits as the total. Again, this comes as a byte, right? So I have to convert from byte to gigabytes. So byte become kilobytes, kilobytes become megabytes, megabytes become gigabytes. So how should the conversion go? 2 to the power 30, bytes to kilobyte, it's 2 to the power minus 10, kilobytes to megabyte, it's 2 to the power minus 10, megabytes to gigabyte, it's 2 to the power minus 10. So this gives you something tricky, 2 to the power 30 into 2 to the power minus 30 in gigabytes. That means 2 to the power 0 in gigabytes. 2 to the power 0 means 1 gigabytes, right? Don't panic and put 0, people, right? 0 means nothing, right? That means physical memory is not existing. Then the address range, of course, from 0 to, there are 30 bits regarding the address. So the range is going to be 2 to the power 30. From that, you are going to minus 1. Right? So this is going to be the answer for this second one. Right? Okay, so if you got any mistakes, please make it correct. Anyone who got answers all correct without any mistakes? Who has got the answers, or like who got all correct without any mistakes? Yes. Oh, well done, Larindi. Anyone else? Okay. Great. So go for the third one. I'm going to discuss it by another, how many? 10 minutes? 2:13, 2:23. I'm going to discuss it, right? So give your best shot, people. Always give your best shot for this, right? And keep trying, right? And I'm really want to see the answers from every one of you in my WhatsApp, right? So people who have not sent me the answers, please do the maths and send me the answers. If you are having a difficulty to send it to me, doesn't matter, people. But if you can send it to me so I can see how your workings are going on. And again, people, if you got any questions, you can always ask.
සර් තුන්වෙනි ප්‍රශ්න සර් මේ හදද්දී කර කන්වර්ට් කරන්න ඕනේද කිලෝබයිට්ස් ටික බිට්ස් වලට?
ඔව් නිර්මාණ. කිලෝබයිට්ස් තියාගෙන ඔයාලට කැල්කියුලේෂන් එක කරන්න බෑ. කිලෝබයිට් එක බිට් කරගන්න ඕනේ. මොකද මෙතන බිට් ඇඩ්‍රසබල් කියලා තියෙනවා.
හරි.
Right?
So ඒකෙදි converted sir bits එකතු වෙනවද අඩු වෙන එකද වෙන්නේ?
convert වෙනකොට 16 kilobyte වැඩි වෙන යන්න ඕනේ bytes පැත්තටනේ.
ඔව්.
kilobyte byte කරන්න ඍණ බලවලින් නෙවෙයි වැඩි කරන්නේ ධන බලවලින්.
සර් එතකොට මේ 16 කියලා ගන්න 2 to the power 4 කියලා ගත්තර කමක් නැද්ද?
ඔව් ඒක එහෙම ගන්න ඕනේ. නැත්නම් ඔයාලට උත්තරේ හරියට අරගන්න බැරි වෙනවා.
ඒක තමයි.
ඔව්. Right, Lalindi, I received the third question. Okay. All right. Yes, that's what we need. Okay. Yeah, yes, that is correct. First one, part A is correct. Part B is correct. Yes, yes, that is correct. Part C is correct. Part D. Yes. Yes, yes, that's correct. That is correct. Yes. Well done, Dua. Very good. Third one is correct. Totally correct, Dua. Go to the fourth one. Yes, anyone who needs more time to do the third question? Okay, can we discuss the third, people? All right, so I'm going to discuss the third. If you want more time, I can leave you to do the third.
ප්‍රශ්න වෙනවා.
එවන්නද? Right, නිර්මාණ බලමු. නිර්මාණ මට පැහැදිලි නෑ 17ද 18ද තියෙන්නේ කියලා පුතේ.
18යි කියලා ගත්තේ සම්පූර්ණ.
18 කියලා ගත්තේ.
ඊපස්සේ ඔෆ්සෙට් ගානට ආවේ මේ
18 එන එකේ පොඩි ගැටලුවක් තියෙනවා. තපරක් ඉන්නවා. නිර්මාණ අපි හරි මම ගාන කරගෙන යන්නම් බලන්න වර්ධ තියෙන්නේ කොතනද කියලා. Right. Okay, so the third one, පුතාලා විනාඩියක් දෙන්න. I need to answer this. Right, sorry for that, people. So in the third one, right? In the third one, the first question is now here we figure out what are the facts over here, right? So these are the facts. So it says a bit addressable physical memory, and here it has given the size of the frame of 16 kilobyte size. Now it's not a direct detail of the address and has a 32 frames in it. And again, it is not a direct detail about the address, right? So frame is 16 kilobyte size. It has 32 frames, right? So if you look into the equations, since it is talking about the physical memory, it has given you the number of frames now. Frames gana දීලා තියෙනවා. කලින් දීලා තිබුණේ frame bits ගානනේ. එතකොට අපිට number of frames හොයාගන්න පුළුවන් වුණා ඉක්මනට. Now what they have given is number of frames. So from that we have to find how many bits are there in the frame. And again they have given size of a frame. Earlier we have given the size of the offset. How many bits are there in the offset? This time we are given with the size of the frame. So from that we can find how many number of bits are there in the offset, right? So for the moment we don't know number of frames as well. For the moment we don't know how many number of bits are there in the frame number, how many bits are there in the offset. So when we don't know anything, still we can draw the sketch, right? We are going to draw this sketch like this. And we don't know how many is there at the frame number. We don't know how many bits are there in the offset. But what we know is frame size is 16 kilobyte and number of frames are 32 bits. So number of frames equals to 32, frame size equals to 16 kilobyte, right? So I have written those things under the frame number and offset because number of frames are found using the frame number bits. Frame size is calculated using the offset bits. So since we don't know the frame number and offset, we can say frame number has X bits, offset has Y bits. We can assume. Osanda, I'll go through, Buddha. I'll go through. Let me see, Osanda. Right. Third question. Yeah. Okay. Osanda, yes. Yeah, yes. Yes, Osanda. Yes. Yes, answers are correct, Buddha. Very good, very good. Right, okay. Lalindi, yeah, it's the fourth question. Yes, I'll go through it, Dua, after we discuss this, right? Okay, now this is how the things are happening, right? So now what they're asking, number of bits used to represent offset. That means they are talking about Y. They are asking to find what's the value of Y, right? So I'm going to take this drawing to my calculation area, right? So yeah, I'm taking the drawing over here. Yeah. So the first part that they are asking is number of bits in the offset. So we can say frame size equals to 2 to the power offset bits. We can use that equation. So frame size, it is given 16 KB. Now, be very careful when you are given a value which is not represented in bits or bytes or the relevant address in mod. We have to convert it into the relevant addressable unit first, right? So what is the addressable mod in here? It is called bit addressable, right? In the third question, it is called bit addressable. So that means this 16 kilobyte needs to be converted into the bits first, right? So let's try doing that first, right? So 16 kilobyte into bits. How it's going to be? Kilobyte will be bytes, bytes will be bits. So we can take 16 as 2 to the power 4. And to convert kilobytes into bytes, we need 2 to the power 10. To convert bytes into bit, we need 2 to the power 3. So altogether, it is 2 to the power 17. Now we can say 2 to the power 17 is equals to 2 to the power offset bits. Or you can take X to here as well, because I have named it as X. Now, since my equation contains values which are in same base, I can equalize the powers with each other. So therefore, I can say offset bits are equal to 17. Right? So this is the answer for the first part. Right? So you have to think reversely. Yeah, everyone, is this clear? Most of you have sent me the answers. Others, is this clear? Yes, okay, Nikini. Divyangana, Duli, how about it? Right, great. Okay, Nitni. Right. So in the part B, they are asking how many bits are there in the frame number. Number of bits to represent the frame number. So for that, we can take the first equation, right? What is the equation? Number of frames equals 2 to the power frame number, right? So number of frames here they have given 32 as 32. So it means 32 equals 2 to the power frame number. So 32 means 2 to the power 5. So it will equals 2 to the power frame number. As we argued in the previous question, the previous answer, we can say therefore, this is better we say frame number bits. Frame number bits equals to 5. Simple as that. Then part C is asking the total number of bits, right? Yeah, the total number of bits. So it is very easy, right? Total number of bits equals what? What we have to do is frame number bits will be added to the offset bits, right? It's a simple mathematics, right? So frame number has 17. I'm sorry, frame number has 5, offset has 17. So altogether it's 22. Then finally, it is asking what is the maximum memory capacity. So maximum memory capacity equals 2 to the power total bits. That means 2 to the power 22. This comes as bits, right? Because this is bit addressable. And they are asking it using what? Using kilobytes, right? So we convert 2 to the power 22 bits into kilobytes. How it happens? Bits become byte, byte becomes kilobytes. So 2 to the power 22 should be multiplied by 2 to the power minus 3 over here. And again, 2 to the power minus 10 over here. So you will be having the value in kilobytes. So that means 2 to the power 22 into 2 to the power minus 13, which gives us 2 to the power 9 kilobytes, which is equal to 512 kilobytes. And the address range, as the very last question, is going to be 0 to 2 to the power 22, because the address got 22 bits altogether, minus 1. Simple as that. Okay, so that's the answer for the third question. Right? So people who have done it, please mark it. People, the calculation is in black color. Don't disregard the green colors because it went somewhere inside, right? So it's better I mark the margin. Yeah. So you can search for this. And if you got anything unclear, just let me know. And go for the fourth one. People who are done with the fourth one, go for the fifth. Right? So Lalindi, the answer for the fourth one. Okay, so it says 4 kilobyte size, right? All right, let me see, it's byte addressable. Yeah. Yes, that is correct. Okay, first part is correct, Dua. Second part, that's correct as well. Third part, total is correct. Logical address space is correct. Yes, very good, very good. Yes. Yes, Dua, completely correct. Very good. Go for the sixth one. So I will be discussing the next question by, yes, 12:55. I want all of you to have the calculation and send me a answer. Send me the answer, people. Right, for the fourth one. Some have already sent me the answer. The people who have not sent me the answer. Right, give it a try. Give it a try. Now you have the confidence to do this. Right. Lindy, I received the fifth answer. Let me see. Okay, in the fifth it says, yeah, it's a bit addressable logical memory. Yes. 8-bit for page number. Okay, let's see. All right. Okay, okay. Yes. Yes, yes. First part is correct. Second part. Yeah, that is correct. Yes, yes. Totally is correct. Yes, yes. Yes, do. Totally correct. Very good. Go for the sixth one. Osanda, right? Did I call the name correctly? Yeah, Osanda, yes. Osanda, this is the fourth one. Right, okay. Okay. Fourth one, 4 KB size. Right, 4 KB. Bit addressable, byte addressable. Yeah. Yes, Osanda, here what you have done the wrong thing is, in the fourth one, they say this is a byte addressable one, Puta. So the capacities should be converted into the bytes, not until the bits, Puta. Are you getting the point?
Sir, එතකොට සර් මේ බිට් එකෙන් නෙවෙයි බයිට් එකෙන් දෙන්න ඕන සර්.
බයිට් එකෙන් අතර වෙන්න ඕනේ. එතන ඉඳලා තමයි ඔයා යන්න ඕනේ. right? B part එක හරි C part එක වරදිනවා. C part එක වරදිනවා කියලා කියන්නේ D එක වරදිනවා, E එකත් වරදිනවා. right? changes ටික කරලා එවන්නකො බලන්න. right?
හරි සර්.
okay. නිර්මාණ okay නිර්මාණ මේ පස්වෙනි එක නේද? හතර yes yes. Page number bits. Oh, ඒක හරි. right, page number bits ගාන හරි. offset bits ගාන කීයද තියෙන්නේ නිර්මාණ මට ඒක ක්ලියර් නැහැ. කීයද නිර්මාණ?
12යි.
12යි. හරි. 12 නම් හරි. yes. හොඳයි. so total එක 18 හරි. yes. yes. හරි. හරියට හරි. yes. yes. හරි. yes. very good. very good නිර්මාණ. ඊළඟට යමු. All right. So shall we try the fourth one? Okay, Nikini. All right. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, part A is correct, Dua. Part B is correct. C is correct. Yeah. Nikini, let me see. You have said something. Yeah, Nikini, D part, it's you have done it pretty clearly. So it's when you are multiplying the things with exponentials, those exponentials will add together. Hold on. Yes. So don't worry about that. You are getting the minus marks over here, right? So it doesn't matter you got a minus mark, so you can consider it like 1 over 2 to the power. So you will realize it's going to be a decimal amount, right? Duli 15th නෙවෙයි දුව bit වලට convert කරන්න එපා දුව. We should convert it to the bytes. මොකද fourth එකේ කියලා තියෙන එක byte addressable කියලානේ. So ඒක නිසා තියෙන capacities ගේන්න ඕනේ අපි byte එක ගාවට. Right? Byte කියන unit එකට තමයි ගේන්න ඕනේ. All right, let me do the fourth question. Right? Yes, අන්න හරි දුලි. 12 තමයි එන්නේ. Right, so in the fourth one, so this says a byte addressable logical memory. Lalindi, I will come to your thing. A byte addressable logical memory has pages of 4 kilobyte size and has 64 pages. So it is something very similar to the previous one, right? Only difference is in the third question, they were talking about physical memory. Here they are talking about logical memory, and it is byte addressable, right? So when I'm doing the calculation, I can use the same sketch. Right? So the only difference is here we are going to have a page number, not a frame number. Right? This is going to be number of pages. And this is going to be the page size. Right? So how was the details? Let us go through the details that we got. So what are the details? Now this says this is a byte addressable memory. It's a logical memory. It has a page of 4 kilobyte size and has 64 pages. Right? So 4 kilobyte, 64 pages. So we can put this in the diagram, 4 kilobyte and 64 pages. Now, where is this diagram has went? Okay. So this is 4 kilobyte. And this is 64 pages. Right. So when you are having your equations with you, this is easy. So the first part, the part A is asking the number of bits in the offset, right? So we say page size equals to 2 to the power offset bits. So page size, they have given 4 kilobyte, and they say this is as byte addressable one. Right? So 4 kilobyte is equals to 2 to the power y according to my diagram, right? Offset bits, I have taken it as y bits are there in the offset, right? So what are we going to do? 4 kilobytes equals to 2 to the power y, and we are going to write 4 kilobytes in bytes, right? So it's pretty easy, right? 4 is going to be considered as 2 to the power 2. And when the kilobyte converts into the byte, we need 2 to the power 10, right? So now this is in bytes. So it's 2 to the power y. So that means 2 to the power 12 equals to 2 to the power y. So y equals to 12, right? Simple as that. Therefore, y equals to 12. Right? That means the offset bits is equals to 12. Right? Offset bits or y equals to 12. Then in part B, it is asking a number of bits in the page. So for that, we are going to use this equation. Number of pages equals 2 to the power page bits, right? So number of pages, what they have said is 64. 64 pages are there. So 2 to the power x. I got page number bits as x, right? So 64 means 2 to the power 6 equals to 2 to the power x. So therefore, page number bits equals 6. Right? Simple as that. Then part C asks, what's the length of the address? Neither than address width of the address length of the address right? But how many total bits are there in the address right? And sometimes they use a particular word called word size. Word size right? When we are doing the exam questions, you will find those things, right? So total number of bits equals 12 plus 6, which equals to 18, right? Okay, then what they are asking is the maximum memory capacity in megabytes, right? So maximum memory capacity equals 2 to the power total bits. That means 2 to the power 18. This comes as the byte. Now we need to convert the bytes into the megabytes. So the conversion comes like bytes become kilobytes and kilobytes become megabytes. Yeah. So what is going on? 2 to the power 18 can be taken as 2 to the power 18 the same way. And from bytes to kilobytes, we need 2 to the power minus 10. And from kilobytes to megabyte, it becomes 2 to the power minus 10. Right? නිර්මාණ පොඩ්ඩක් බලන්න ඔයාගේ මේ පාර්ට් එක වැරදිලා තිබුණා කියලා මට නිකන් ඔළුවට ආවා දැන්, right?
අන්තිම උත්තරේ තමයි වැරදිලා අරන් තියන්නේත් ඔය විදිහටම.
හරි. So then the final answer is going to be what? 2 to the power 18 into 2 to the power minus 20. That means 2 to the power minus 2 megabytes. What do you mean by 2 to the power minus 2 megabytes? That means 1 over 2 to the power 2 megabytes. That means 1 over 4 megabytes. That means 0.25.
So, එතන වැරදිලා තියෙන කියන්නේ 2 to the power -2 කියන එකත් හරියට අරන් තියෙනවා.
ඊට පස්සේ මේ
ඔතන
වරදින්
තමයි.
තියෙන්නේ.
ඇයි සර් මේ
Right.
මයිනස් කියනකොට එහෙම ගන්නේ?
අපි නිර්මාණ mathematically minus power එකක් තියෙනකොට යාව positive කරගන්නේ පරස්පරය අරගෙන කියලා අපි කියනවා. එක යට දැම්මයින් පස්සේ minus එක කෙනාව plus වෙනවා නිකන්.
හරි.
Right? Okay, then the last part it is asking is what is the address range? So it's going to be 0 to 2 to the power 18 minus 1. Right? So that's going to be the final answer. Okay. So people go through the answer. Nikini, is that clear? Right, great. Okay, try the fifth one. Orimana.
සර් මේ පස්වෙනි එකේ මේ number of pages ගද්දි මේ කොහොමද මට දැන් පළවෙනි එකට ආව පස්වෙනි එකේ 2 to the power 17 කියලා. එතන 8 bits කියලා දීලා තියෙන නිසා 8 bits කෙලින්ම ගන්න බැරිද අරගෙන අඩු කරලා ගන්න ඕනේ 17.
මේකේ අහලා තියෙන්නේ offset එක පාවිච්චි කරන්නනේ. 8 bits දීලා තියෙන්නේ මොකකටද?
මේ page number එකට.
Page number එකට. එතකොට අපේ logical address එකේ කෑලි දෙකක් තියෙනවානේ. Page number එකයි offset එකයි. Page number එකේ bits ගාන තමයි 8යි කියලා දීලා තියෙන්නේ. එතකොට ආට offset එක හොයාගන්න නම් එක්ක total bits ගාන තියෙන්න ඕනේ.
නෑ සර් offset එක ඇහුවා. මං අහන්නේ number of pages ගද්දි.
ඉතින් number of pages ගන්නකොට මොකද කරන්නේ? number of pages වල equation එක මොකද්ද?
අර offset ගාන
වැරදි. equations ටික refer කරන්න. equations ටික බලන්න. note එක අරගෙන ඔය equations ටික හරියට ඔළුවේ නැති එකේ ගැටලුව තියෙනවා. OS note එක තියෙනවනේ ළඟ.
ඔව් සර්.
ඒකේ equations ටික ඇති අපි ලියාගෙන. ඒක ගන්න. Lalindi, the sixth question. Okay. They are talking about 32-bit kind of thing. Yes. Okay. 32 KB, 12 bits to the frame. All right. So, yes. And it is byte address.
සර් equations ටික එවන්න පුළුවන්ද මගේ
equations ටික group එකේ තියෙනවා. එදා එවපු එකට උඩින් equations ටිකක් දාලා ඇති. අරගන්නකො ඒක. Right, so 2 to the power, yes, that is correct. Okay, yeah. First answer is correct, Lalindi. Second one, number of frames. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct as well. Yes. Total, yes, that's correct. Yes, that is correct. Yes. Very good. Everything is correct, though. Very good. Right. Go for the seventh one. I'm going to discuss the next question within another 10 minutes. So it's 112 with 122. I'm going to discuss that. Right. Nirmana, I received yours. Let me see. Let me see. May පස්වෙනි එක නේද නිර්මාණ? Right. Right, okay, right, okay. Oh, first එකේ conversion එක හරි. 16, yes. Okay, okay, 2, 4, 10, yes. First එක හරි. ඒකේ මේ නිර්මාණ අන්තිම උත්තරේ ලියන්න 2017 කියලා නිකන් තියන්න එපා. Number of bits in the offset equal 17 කියලා ලියන්න.
හරි.
Right, then yeah, part B, it is correct, 2 to the power 8, 256, it's correct. Part C is correct, D is correct. Yes, hari ඔක්කොම හරි පුතා, ඔක්කොම හරි. ඊළඟට යන්න. Very good. Osanda, let me see. Yes puta. Yes, perfect. Fifth එක හරි පුතා. Very good. Go to the sixth. Lalindi, it's the 7th. All right. In the 7th, let me check the 7th. $22 bits and 512. Okay. Okay. It's a bit addressable. All right. Yeah, first part is correct. Okay. Yes, brilliant. Second part is correct as well. Right. So the third part, yeah, that's correct. Mhm. Yes, yes. Part D is also correct, Buddha. Part D is also correct. Right? E is correct anyway. Well done. Go for the next one. And yeah, yes. You can still do the eighth one. When it comes to the ninth, there are little things for you to think. Right? So nothing new. It's only talks about how the mapping happens. Right? So when you are doing the questions like 9 and 10, you have to remember when a logical address is mapped into a physical address, offset part is not going to change, right? The number of bits in the offset are not going to change, right? That's only when you are doing the 9th and the 10th, right? Until then, you can use the equation separately. Thank you. It's better you start before you start, Suzu. You will share things with people, so it will be much better. Right?
This is awesome, Daddy. It's awesome.
Yes. Duli, Dua, this is for which question, Dua? Fifth one. Okay. In the fifth one, yes. Offset, so this is 16 kilobytes, right? Yeah. Yes, Dua. A is correct. B, Duli, in B, they are asking number of pages, Dua. So that cannot be 8. It should be Dua 2 to the power 8. Right? And yes. Yeah, I think there is a little mixed up has happened there, Dua. Dua, in the B, number of pages, you have to take this equation. So they are asking about number of pages. You are given the details with number of page number bits, right? So you have to take page number bits as a 2 to the power, so you can find number of pages, right? So to take the total number of bits in the address, you have to add page number bits plus offset bits. පොඩ්ඩක් එතන බලන්න දුව චුට්ටක් මික්ස් අප් වෙලා තියෙනවා. හරියට ස්කෙච් එක ඇඳගත්තද කියලා බලන්න. තුලින් Right. So right, Nirmana. Hi, Veni, Kaneda. Right. Okay. Mm-hmm. 32 kilobytes. Okay. Right. නිර්මාණ ඔයා මේ පළවෙනි එකේ පුතේ ලියලා තියෙන අන්තිම ලියලා තියෙන පේලිය වැරදි. එතන එන්නේ number of offset bits කියන එක පුතා 2 to the power එකක් විදියට එන්න බෑ. Right? ඒක එන්නේ 15. ඇයි 15 එන්නේ? ඔයා උඩ ලියාගෙන තියෙන මේ equation එක පොඩි ගැටලුවක් තියෙනවා. ලියන්න තියෙන්නේ frame size equal number of offset bits කියලා. Frame size equal 2 to the power number of offset bits. Right? ඒක හරි විදිහට පෙන්නන්න. එතකොට frame size එක තමයි ඔයා 2 to the power 15 කියලා ගන්නෙ. Right? මේ විදිහට එන්න ඕනේ. Right? මම මෙතන කරලා තියෙන්නේ.
මේ පේලිද හදන්න ඕන උත්තරේද පේලියනේ
මෙහෙමයි දැන් මේක දිහා බලලා බලන්න ඔයාගේ ප්‍රශ්නේ මොකක්ද අඩුපාඩුව තියෙන්නේ කියන්නේ පළවෙනි පේලිය ඔයාගේ ලියලා තියෙන මේ number of frames කියන තැන ලියලා තියෙන equation එකේ ඉඳලම වැරදිලා තියෙනවා conversion එක හරි බලන්න මේක compare කරලා බලන්න මොකද කියලා වෙලා තියෙන්නේ අනිත් උත්තර ටික හරි no problem නමුත් අතන හදා ගන්න ඕනේ නැත්නම් වර්ධිනවා Lalindi right you have sent the 8th one okay good Duli yes your answer is correct it's going to be 25 and 4 MB yes Dua yes that's correct Osanda you have sent me the answer neither let me see 6th one. All right. Yes. That's correct, Osanda. That's correct. Very good. Go for the 7th one, Tuda. Right. And yeah, I was searching the answer for Divyangana Dua. Do I think you have sent me the answers, neither? Yeah, Lalindi, hold on. Yeah, 8th one, hold on, Lalindi. $28 bits represent offset, 2048 pages. Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. It's byte addressable one. Yes. Okay. Yes. 39. Yes. All correct, Lalindi. Right, go for the 9th one, bro. Go for the 9th one. So from you all, Duli has sent me the answer for the 5th one. Lalindi has sent it to me. Netmi haven't. Nikini haven't. Nirmana and Osanda has sent me the answers.
සර්
So,
මේ
oh,
6 වෙනි එකේ මම අර පේලි හදාගත්තා. මේ තාම
oh.
මොනවද ඒකේ අඩුපාඩුවක් තියෙන්නේ? අනිත් ටික හරියද ඔක්කොම?
අනිත් ටික හරි. Nirmana.
දැන් 9 කොතරද හදාගන්න තියෙනවා කියලා කිව්වේ බලන්න.
නෑ 9 බලන්න දෙයක් නෑ. ඒක හදනකොට පොඩ්ඩක් පරිස්සමට හදාගෙන යන්න ඕනේ. මතක තියාගන්න ඕනේ address change කරනකොට, address map කරනකොට offset එකේ bits ගාන වෙනස් වෙන්නේ නෑ කියන එක.
හරි සර්.
Right? Right. So fifth one, I think everyone has sent me the fifth answer. So I think I really don't need to go through the fifth one. Let me see. Nikini, you have to send me the fifth one. Duli, you have sent me the answers for the fifth one. Yes. And yeah, Divyanganadua, what is the Divyanganadua is not here. She's here. Dua, what was the WhatsApp number? Dua, I really don't remember. What was the final digits? I can't find where is your answers that you have sent it to me. What are the last three numbers? I think I found it. No, it's not it. No, it's not you. What are the last three numbers, Dua, in your contact? Yes. There you go. I got it. Yes. You have done the fourth one perfectly correct, Dua. Right. So let me go through the others and send it to you. So Nikini, Dua, are you still doing the fifth one? All right, NetMe, fifth one, right, okay. Yes, very good, NetMe, very good. It is totally correct. Very good, huh? Right. Yes, so every one of you have sent me the answer. Nikini, you can send me the answer, the fifth one. So I'm not going to do the fifth one. You have fully, like you have done it very completely and very correctly. So I'm not going to do the fifth one. And I'm asking you to try the questions from 6 to 10, right? There are 5 more questions are there. So you have to try it at home, right? And send me the answers, right? If you are struggling in any point, let me know that as well. You can send me the WhatsApp message by saying you can't go further than this, right? So anyway, I'm going to discuss those 5 questions by next week, right? So for today, I'm going to end the session from here, right? And you may continue the questions before we meet on next week, right? So we are not, I still do not have a plan to start the physical classes since this news are going around. Still the situation is not totally down. So let's go like this for the moment. Next week, we are going to meet online as usually, right? Then I'll let you know how the physical classes are going to happen, right? Okay, people, so thank you very much. I'm going to end the session from here. I'll see you on next week for the very same time, right? Okay, right. Thank you very much, everyone. Nirmana.
සර් 7 වෙනි එකේ පළවෙනි එක චුට්ටක් මට කියලා